Hi everyone, and welcome to Yeronga's Quick Chat podcast. My name's Charlotte, and this is Ava. And we're the 2024 Vice Captains for Yeronga, and we're going to be doing the first Yeronga Quick Chat podcast for 2024. Would you guys like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Clara. I'm from grade 7.
Hi, I'm Ali from year 8.
Hi, I'm Charlie from year 8 as well.
And Ava, do you want to talk about why we're doing the podcast today?
Sure. We're just doing the podcast to kind of get an idea of the year 7 experience, and so that we can reflect on, how we treat our year 7s and how we can make their experience better.
And we'd love to reach out to any potential new students and families who are thinking about joining Yeronga, and they can kind of get a bit of perspective on what the year 7 experience is going to be like. So we'll just get straight into some of the questions for you guys. So the first question is, what was your initial impression of Yeronga on your orientation day, and how did that impression change on the first day of year 7?
Well, for me, my first impression of Yeronga at orientation day was that it was a really big school with lots of facilities that we could use, even though there's not much. There wasn't much students last year.
Oh, okay.
So, because now it's a bit bigger, but I had a great time. I think people were really friendlier.
What kind of things did you do on your orientation day?
Since I'm in the STEM. And I used to be in the arts and I'm in the athletes academy.
Mm-hmm.
We actually did a lot of topics.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We did all the things similar to what the STEM or the academies did.
Mm-hmm.
So when we started off in the STEM room, what we just did loads of technology stuff and building friendships because we're gonna be at school for that year. And then we just did running around to sport and stuff, and then getting to know each other more.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And what about you, Clara?
There was so many big buildings and classes that you didn't know where to go
Yeah.
to. And I remember there was always that one person who would help you find where you needed to go to. And you could always be like, oh hey, where do I go? And then just look at your timetable and then be like, oh yeah, you go here. So it was really
So was
fun
that another
experience.
student from year 7? Or?
Yeah, it was. But she had an older brother that had come to the school.
Okay.
And she basically knew nearly everything about the school before she was even here.
So was orientation day a little bit intimidating?
Yeah, it was very intimidating. It's all these people just staring down at you while you stare up at them.
Yeah,
They're really tall.
Yeah.
And did you feel that your first day of year 7 was a little bit less pressure because of the orientation day, or was it still quite intimidating? Or
I think that on my first day of year 7, it was more harder to do stuff because it was very confusing what was happening, and then once you sort of settle into school, you know what to do and where to go.
Cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Charlie?
My first day of grade 7, it was very fun because I liked my classes, but not all of them, but I liked all my teachers, and even if if I got lost in the school, I still had my older sister to ask, and if I got lost, I could just go with my friends and ask them where to go, and if they knew where to go, I'd just ask them which building I have to go for my classes.
So you felt pretty chill?
Yeah, I felt fine.
That's cool.
Did having that person there make you feel a bit more welcomed to the school, kind of help you fit in a bit better?
Yeah, it made me feel like there was people there that would be there to help me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know all of you guys are part of an academy here at Yeronga. Would you guys like to talk a little bit about the application process when you were coming into year 7 for that academy? Go, Clara.
Okay, I'm in drama and the Arts Academy and the STEM Academy, and first when I was applying for the Arts Academy, it was a really long process. You had to apply for it and then you go to an interview, but then eventually you get into the academy and you feel really happy for yourself, and there's so many opportunities that the academies offer for you that's it was really important to be in an academy for me because I needed more stuff to do in my day. And when I got to be in an academy, it made my experience feel a lot more welcoming because I knew I had this place that I could go to when I got bored of everything else.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And what about you, Alejandra?
Well, that's the same thing, but especially for the STEM academy, because since it's since we're doing projects and stuff during the year, when I get back home and I have like nothing to do or like nothing planned for that afternoon, I can just open my laptop and start like working on it, and I'll be like, oh, I have some ideas, and I'll just sketch it down.
Oh, that's so awesome.
In the Athletes Academy, you can like meet some really really good athletes that made it in as well, and like some of them are like really nice, and like you can meet new friends, and like you can just meet new really good people.
Do you guys think that the academies make school a bit more fun or a bit easier to attend?
Yeah, with the academies, it's because since it's drawn people from like, you know, all different people together in like 3 academies.
Yeah, like it's created a little community.
Yeah, it created a little community. So like you actually meet more people that way, and it actually it makes it more fun. Like every Wednesday you can be like, oh yeah, I got arts, I can go see like this friend today or something while I work on this.
Yeah. And I would like to know what the best part, so obviously not here for too long, Clara, but so far, what has been the best part of Year 7? Compared to maybe primary school, like what's the difference that you like?
There's a lot more opportunity within classes that you can do, and at primary school you have like a set teacher in a set classroom and you're just like writing in a desk and you go get a new book when you change to a different subject. At school you like get to move around a lot and you get to like meet new teachers, which means you have like new classmates, so you can meet more people. And in some classes it's not like sitting at a desk and writing, you actually get to get up and do more fun stuff.
Oh, okay. So you like the more practical part of learning?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. What about you guys?
Grade 6, it's like a lot different from like grade 7 and 8, because like Clara said, you like in grade 6 and like just in primary school alone, you stay in like the one set class, and then in like high school you're always moving around, and I feel like it's just better to move around because then like you meet new people who might not be in your other classes, and you get to have new teachers for every subject.
So how about we talk about some of your, like, do you guys feel that you are connected to the other grades? So do you feel like there's people that you know or people that you can talk to even if you don't know them previously?
Since I joined the SRC last year, which is the Student Representative Council, I've actually since it was only a few of us from the Year 7 that joined the council, I actually had a chance to meet like, you know, all the all the other leaders in different grades, like you guys and stuff, and it actually led me for more opportunities as well. Like I could go to this leadership conference or do this and learn more.
And
about leading and stuff.
That's so cool. So any new Year 6s that are looking to come here for Year 7, would you recommend joining the SRC for anyone interested in leadership?
Oh yeah, I highly recommend it because it's because you get to like know how how commuting to something is. Like every fortnight you have to come up, you can discuss what's been happening for the past 2 weeks. You can listen to other people's opinions and stuff, and when we all break off into our little groups as well, it's you can really link all the people there for the same idea, right? So you can link together your ideas, share opinions, and actually help out the school.
Yeah, awesome.
Do you think being part of the SRC has given you a better chance to voice your own concerns and like have a student voice within like the school?
Yeah, because in grade 6, in my school we were all we were all like really competitive and stuff. So there was actually people like they value like leadership more than anything, and so it was like a really big like council group, especially like for Year 6 group. It was really big. So everyone's like, some of them couldn't even get their voices heard, even though they wanted to like join in, because it was a really big group. So this actually helped me a lot
because of all the little like separate groups that you can join. The different SRCs. And do you guys think that, Charlie and Clara, do you guys think that SRC would be something that you guys would be interested in, or not really? Or do you know much about it? Or
I don't really know much about the SRC.
You don't know much about it? And what about you, Clara?
I think that if you were to join it, you'd get a lot more life skills and experiences that you can use in later life. Like you have the ability to to be able to talk to people and to be able to start a conversation with a stranger that you don't really know if you have to like meet them instantly. And maybe joining the SRC might be like a good chance to experience more of what you can do at Yeronga.
Yeah, awesome.
Do you guys think that there's anything that the leaders could do, like the Year 12 leaders or just the leaders around the school could do to make Year 7s more welcome? Like Clara especially, do you think that there's anything that we could have done to make you feel a bit more like part of the school community quicker?
I think that maybe when you like first come here, there's like a Year 10 or maybe like a Year 11 student that's there and like they greet you, they're like there for your classroom and they come and they tell you stuff. But I think maybe if we had like a few Year 12s on like the first day of school that told you like almost like an interview, like what their experience of what Year 7 was for them, that it could give you sort of an idea of what Year 7 would be for you based on off what they would have said.
Yeah. And I have a question about, so when you first joined Year 7, obviously you guys have been here for a year, but this is for you as well, Clara. Did you feel that there was an adult figure who you could kind of, like a teacher or someone who works here, who you could kind of trust and have that connection with, even if it wasn't your regular classroom teacher, just like a random one within the school? Did you feel supported in that way?
Yeah, I had, it was my STEM teacher from last year. He has moved on to another school now, but Mr. Gordon, he actually helped a lot of us like adapt to the new school life, and he understood everyone's struggles and actually helped out a lot. Yeah. So he would like check up on us. He'll be like, "Oh, do you need help with this?" And it's and he's a really like he's a teacher that when he says something, so you can understand really easily, and you can actually get your work done a lot with him.
Cool. What about you, Clara?
There was definitely this teacher that I currently have a class with in actually this today, and basically I can just go to them and be like, "Oh hey, can you help me out with this, or can you explain this to me?" And they'll like set aside their time and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, sure," and they'll like do it almost instantly, and they'll be like, and they just help me understand it more. Yeah.
What about you?
I had Mr. Nunn as my teacher for Athletes Academy last year, and like he was like a really supportive person, and like if like you needed help with your work, you just put your hand up and ask him for help, and he'd come over like in like the next second or something. Yeah. And he'd just help you with that question, and it was really funny as well.
That's so good.
Do you think having that teacher has made you feel safer or more comfortable within the school, or just like more, do you think you'd be comfortable going to them talking about something, like say you've got friendship issues or you need help with just something external that's not necessarily like school related? Do you think you could go to them and talk to them about that?
Yeah, if I needed help with like anything school related, I'd probably just go up to Mr. Nunn, because like he would probably just tell me how to fix it or what to do with it.
Yeah, the teacher there's a teacher for my house teacher, Mr. Khan, and basically one of the lessons he started off with a handstand competition, and it made you feel like, oh, this is like a fun classroom. You can talk to this teacher because he's like such a chill teacher, and he'll listen to you, and he like never raises his voice. And some teachers raise their voice, and it makes you feel like, oh, I don't really want to talk to this teacher. What if I get it wrong? Mr. Khan just like makes you feel like, yeah, you can talk to anyone really.
And we'll just quickly wrap it up by one piece of advice you would give to any new students coming into Year 7.
Well, one piece from me is like everyone might seem like, you know, like since everyone's already in the little groups and stuff, everyone might not seem like they really want to talk to you and stuff since you're new and stuff, but they are really, most of them are really friendly, and they are just like you know, really helpful and stuff. So if you can like be friendly and be helpful and stuff back, like especially to also maybe new other students as well, or just people who want to join in, it'll be really great, and it'll actually make your school life more fun and just like looking forward to come to school more. And yeah,
awesome. What about you, Clara?
I can guarantee that you will most likely find a friend within the next 5 weeks of you coming to Yeronga, and I found some new friends, and you just like go up to them in class and be like, oh hey, can you help me with this, or can I sit next to you, and then you can actually start a whole new friendship group with a whole bunch of other people instead of being with your own friends if you want to make new friends. But it is always important to be able to keep the friendship that you have with your old friends strong, because they've been like with you since prep, and it's really important to like still have them as friends.
What about you?
What was the question?
What's one piece of advice you would give to any new Year 7 students?
A piece of advice for a new Year 7 student, like, if you, like, you're new, so, like, you don't know anyone at all, and, like Clara said, if you have a class with someone that, like, looks like they're nice, you just might go up to them and ask if you can sit next to them or, like, be their friend, and then, you can make your own friend group with all those new friends that you've made.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today, guys. We really appreciate your perspective. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being with us at Yeronga Quick Chat.